What's up, friends of the internets? We're back again. This week we got a lot of gaming news going on. Gamescom is coming up, so we got a lot coming through the tunnels of the things and the stuffs. So let's get into it. First off, while this isn't big news, it is exciting news for someone like myself who enjoys the franchise. Evil Within 2 released a character trailer. And this guy's a real son of a bitch. So it sounds like we have ourselves a photographer who captures the moment of death. Alright. So he has pleasure in doing that, or pride in that he's good at it, or something along those lines. He has all these images of the moment a person dies. And apparently him, along with like monsters in the game, will chase you down and try to get him that moment. I'll put a link to the trailer below. It's a good one. If you like horror games, hop on in, check it out. Next is kind of a big update, but honestly, not a lot of big news coming out of it. There was speculation, I reported on it a few weeks ago, I think now, that PlayStation was going to have a 5.0 update. Well, it was confirmed. It is now a thing. But there's not some of the stuff that was rumored to be in there. First, I'm going to go over what will be in there, and then we'll get into what is not in there, which to me was pretty important. First up is something that only some of you will be able to do, and that's anybody who has a PS4 Pro, and then on top of that, anybody who streams. If you are not one of those people, this is not something that's relevant to you. Now, the PS4 Pro can stream at 1080 60. So that's great. That's awesome, but it's not for everybody. I myself don't have a Pro. I know a lot of people do, but even a smaller population of that population streams. The next up is an idea that I really enjoy, and that is the fact that you can now group your friends. So if you have a large friends list, or you just have a kind of mixed bag of friends in your friends list, you can now organize them. So if you've got people that you play with from work that are just friends that you casually play with, you've got people over here that you've known forever that are just friends that you really don't play with, but they're there. And then you've got your people that you like play Destiny with, or the people that you play Overwatch with. Any of those, you can now kind of bundle those and send invites to those groups to then play those specific games that you've grouped them into, or anything like that. I think while it's kind of a small change overall, it could have a big impact. It could make your life a little easier when you're trying to send invites or anything like that, versus trying to just scan through your list and find the people that you know you want to send it to. That's a pretty big improvement as far as experience goes. Next is parental controls. It's more family centered, so you'll have more control over that. So, that's good. If you have a kid who uses your PlayStation, you can now more closely monitor what he's doing, he or she is doing, and block the content you don't want them to see. So, it's good. It's good. All right. The one thing that's not in there is the damn name change. They hate us. They hate us. I don't get it. I don't get why you wouldn't have that. I also don't know why that was a rumor, because you got my hopes up. That's the thing I reported on. I put the little heavenly, I put that in there because I was so excited that this was going to be a thing. Turns out it's not a thing. Still can't change your damn usernames on the PlayStation Network. If you want a new one, you're going to have to make a new one. Ugh. That was very disappointing to me that was not a thing. Pisses me off. Grinds my gears. Two more things that I've read recently, and one is a confirmed thing that affects all gamers, and one is I think this was a leak, and it affects only, again, the population of that game. So we'll go over the leak, because again, it's a small population. We'll try to go through it quickly, but it's something that I am so excited for, and have always been excited for. And that is that there was a leak of God of War 4 information. Apparently, the release date is June 30th, 2018. So much for all of the games mentioned of 2018 at E3 are early 2018. It's literally the halfway point. And if we're being technical, the 30th, that's like the end. That's over the halfway point. That's the afternoon. You don't tell me that I'm going to get breakfast in the early morning and then I don't get to eat until like 2 o'clock. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be hangry. That's what this is. You told me early 2018. And with how games go now, it will most likely be later 2018 than that. Everything gets pushed back. Everything gets pushed back. Crackdown 3 just got pushed back again until spring of 2018. Way out. I'm excited. I am excited for God of War 4. I'm excited that we have a date. I'm excited that they released information on the like deluxe edition pack that you would get in the download with skins and things like that. That's fine. I'm a little upset that we were told early 2018 for all those games when I kind of knew it wouldn't be true. I kind of knew that, but it's still disappointing a little bit. Another thing that I want to mention is I was actually listening to Kind of Funny Games Daily. I've mentioned those guys several times here. And they kind of brought up franchises and how they grow with their audience and the problem with things like Crackdown and not really adapting to the console that you're on. They brought up God of War. They brought it up in such a way that they're saying like, this guy is growing. This franchise is growing. This story is growing. We're no longer giving you the God of War from PlayStation 2, the God of War of PlayStation 3. We're taking the PlayStation 4 and we're giving you a completely different experience, a more developed character, all of this stuff. And it just really resonated with me because I do love this series and I have been very excited with the changes that they're making. And the point that they made there, it is absolutely true. I feel like that's why it's going to be wildly successful, is they are taking the PS4 seriously, and the users like myself who were very young when God of War 1 came out and fell in love with it and are now just fanboys, it's kind of growing up with us. And it's really great to see that. And I'm excited, like I said, so no negative. I just want it sooner than that. Last story is a little unfortunate for most people who wait for their games. And that's that Amazon is removing their discount for games in that 2-week window after the game is released. So currently, Amazon provides 20% off their games if you buy them from Amazon, either in the pre-order period or in a 2-week period after the game is released. That's nice for a lot of people. A lot of people wait for the reviews to come out before they buy anything. A lot of people don't pre-order, especially lately with things like No Man's Sky and other games kind of making these bold promises and not fulfilling them. A lot of people are becoming more and more skeptical and drifting further and further away from pre-orders. So this kind of 2-week window after was really nice. Now, one of the goals for people like myself and other YouTubers and reviewers out there is I'm probably going to buy the game regardless. I still buy physical copies, both because I like having the physical copies and I trade. I haven't paid full price for a game in a very long time. So I get a game, I beat it, another game comes out, I'm trading that in to pay off the other game. There are times where I literally don't even pay for the game because I'll trade in 3 or 4 at a time that are more recent titles and there's nothing left to pay for. And I like the idea of cheaper. I'm probably going to pre-order most games if they're going to come with some type of content. I don't collect the figures, but I'm debating on doing that. I really enjoy some of the kind of collector's edition things that are coming out. The biggest thing is it's really affecting those people who wait for those reviews to come out. Reviews from far more successful YouTubers or reviewers like myself who are going to come on here and kind of give you first impressions and final reviews of games and kind of tell you, should you buy this thing? Should you spend the $60 it is on a game and play it? We are seeing more games kind of drift into that 30-40 range though, so that is more attractive. I guess it's still cheaper than that $60, but the majority of games are not doing that. So it's unfortunate that they're going to do that for those people specifically. I said I'd trade my games in, so it doesn't really affect me, but I did think that this was a big enough story to bring up because I think it affects quite a few people. Now, Best Buy is still offering like their Gamers Club discount, I believe. So I'm curious to see if a lot of people who used Amazon service will now go to places like Best Buy and get that discount and kind of vote with their wallet. If you're just going to stay with Amazon and be like, fine, you know what, I'll pay full price, which is, you know, fine. Most people pay full price for games. Or you go somewhere like Best Buy, get on their Gamers Club and be able to get that discount, then Amazon will hear that. They're big enough that I think they're willing to take this risk. They don't need this 20% discount. They're still going to get the money that they rake in regardless. Maybe the Switch will be big enough that they bring that discount back, but as of right now, it's gone and it's not coming back. That's it for this video. Not much more to cover as far as big news goes. There was some little stuff like characters being added or questions being raised about Dragon Ball FighterZ with the blue Goku and Vegeta and other things like that, but they're pretty small. And I'm also saving my energy because Gamescom is coming up and a lot of things are going to happen. We've already got the announcement of an Overwatch short and other things, and Injustice 2 had a screenshot, and people are trying to guess the characters. They assume there's going to be another reveal. So there's little things like that, but games kind of really saving my energy for. I want to be sure that I get a good video that covers everything for you guys, so you don't have to go out there and find all those articles or watch the videos, and I'll have you covered here. As always, guys, fill up the comment section below with your opinions on the things that I covered. Like and share this video. It always helps me out. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.